Thank you. I do love living down in Nashville. I've been living here for years now, but originally I'm from Montana. Yeah, that's the usual reaction. I tell people down south I'm from Montana, everyone's like, fuck, I forgot that was even a place. I'm like, what goes on up there? It's like, not a lot. There's like two things you can do in Montana. You can go hunting for Bigfoot or meth. Or both, actually. There's a third thing. Shit, you do enough meth, you'll start to look like Bigfoot. I moved down here. My first apartment that I got down here was actually pretty close to here. It was right off of Church Street, in between the Hustler Hollywood and the Deja Vu strip club. Real fucking shithole. And also, coming from the mountains immediately to that, I'm like, ooh, the big city, Jesus Christ. They're all on drugs, that's crazy. I got hammered one night and I was walking down Church Street at 2 in the morning, which is, I guess, a bad idea. I went to a bar. Has anyone gone to the Tribe bar? Yes. All right, a couple gay people. I was unaware that that was a gay bar. And I walked in, and like, you can tell the moment you walk in, that like, you open the door, like, this is a gay bar. But you can't just turn around and leave, because that looks fucked up. You can't just walk into a gay bar and be like, none of this, and then just, you gotta go in and buy a drink. So I went in and I purchased a beer and I started talking to a dude. We're having a fun conversation. But at one point the conversation was going on long enough that I think, like, I gotta tell this guy that I'm straight. Because I don't want to be a dick and like lead him on. So I lean over to him and was like, hey, by the way, I'm having a great time with you, but I just want to let you know, I don't want to lead you on. I'm a straight guy. And he stops me right there and goes, I am well aware. You don't need to worry about that. We thought you were a cop when you walked in. We got nervous real quick. So then we had sex. No, you gotta fuck him then. We've all been asked this question at least once in our lives. Are you a cat person or are you a dog person? The answer is obviously dogs. I hate to break it to you, but anyone that says a cat is better than a dog, what they're actually saying is, I am horribly depressed right now. Because any reason they'll come up that a cat is better than a dog, what they're avoiding saying is like, well, if I got a dog, then that means I'd have to go outside. So I'd rather just get this creature that fucking hates me. And it skulks around the darkness of my studio apartment. And it shits in a miniature desert next to the fridge. But dogs are clearly better. Have you seen a dog like greet a soldier when it comes home? It's like so excited, it's like almost takes both of them out. It's like so overwhelmed with joy. A soldier could come home to a cat and be like, I was just through hell and back. And the only thing that got me through was coming home to you. And the cat will look him right in the eyes and be like, suck my dick. Yeah, you didn't feed me for 1.5 years, dickhead. That's all I care about. Here's the olive branch I'll extend. Dogs are clearly the better animal, but dog people are the worst fucking animal on the planet. And I don't mean people that just like love their dog. They're like, oh, we take it on hikes and it's a part of the family. I mean the people that project their insanity onto their dog. Where it's just like you go over to their apartment, you're like, oh, what's going on with this little pooch? And they're like, that's Princess Tinkles. She has anxiety disorder. She also has hyperthyroidism and schizophrenia. We give her 7 medications a day. 3 of them go up her ass. You look back at the dog and it's just shaking. It's wearing a sweater. Sweater says like slut on it or something. Who the fuck is making these dog sweaters? I want to get a dog just to give it a sweater that says something crazy, like it's just like a beagle walking around with like Bush did 9/11 on it or something. All my friends are like, what's going on with your dog? It's like, ask him. It's his sweater. Dude, God forbid you go over to their house to hang out and there is something going on with the dog. That kills the vibe instantly. Like, you show up with a case of beer ready to party. You're like, how's it going, guys? And they're like, Peaches has been having explosive diarrhea. Her vomit comes out like a Scud missile. And at night, she screams. Jesus, well, what did the vet say? It's like the vet said that in 2 days, Peaches will either be perfectly fine or dead. Hey, how about we just kill Peaches? You know you can get another dog. Aren't they free? Can't you just go down to doggy jail and be like, that one? The one with the sleeve tattoos, chain smoking cigarettes. That's who I'll bring to my toddlers back home. Yeah, that one typically splits the room. I understand. Now, somebody will probably argue with me, saying that cats are better than dogs, but what's nice is that I won't hear them, because legally I'm half deaf. I know by saying that doesn't exactly make the ladies go crazy. You can't walk up to a bar and be like, hey, I'm half deaf, and she's like, ooh, you wanna fuck me? And I'm like, what? Speak up, lady. No, I hate saying that this is a disability, but it is a disability, but it's like one that nobody gives a shit about. It's not like I got my legs blown off in Nam. I'm just walking around like, huh? Like, nobody's marching down the streets for me. And I get that. Here's the thing, though, it's weird, because like, you don't really realize until it's like you're hanging out with me. Like, I live a different life than someone that has both functioning ears. I'll be walking down the street, and there'll be somebody standing right next to me. They're having a full conversation with me. I don't even know he's fucking there yet. So to him, he's talking, and I turn around, and I'm suddenly terrified, because here's a man staring at me that's appeared out of nowhere, and he's mid-sentence, like, and that's why I've been shitting so much. And I'm like, what the fuck? It does get me into some trouble. We've all done this at least once in our lives, where somebody's leaning in and they're telling you something and you don't hear a word of what they're saying, and you cannot be bothered to ask them to repeat themselves. Someone's leaning in being like, you're like, I don't give a shit. Like, you're just waiting for them to be like, yeah. And you're like, yeah. And that's it. You hope they don't ask you a question. I do that shit every day. And there's been a few times where it's been a problem. I remember one time at a job I was working, somebody came up to me and they're like, Marcia in the file room just had a serious stroke. We had to rush her to the hospital. We don't know how she's doing. And all I hear is, so I was like, fucking Mondays, you know what I'm saying, man? I look like the fucking devil. The amount of crazy stuff I must have agreed to and I'd have no idea about. Like, like someone could be leaning right into my face and being like, we need to turn this country into an ethno-state and blow up every single post office. And again, all I'm hearing is, I'm like, whatever you say, bud, that sounds... I'm probably a part of a brotherhood and have no idea. I'll tell you guys one quick story and I'll get out of your hair. When I first started doing comedy, I would ask the crowd a fun little celebrity guessing game. I'd ask everyone, what celebrity do you think I look like? And I learned pretty quickly to stop doing that shit. I didn't care for the answers I was getting. The best one I got was like, oh, you look like the sheriff from Stranger Things. That was the best one I got. And I know that didn't mean season 4 where he's like jacked and he gets to bang Winona Ryder. They meant season 1 where he's like a fat uncle. I asked to have a crowd one time, and a beautiful woman that was sitting front row looked me right in the eyes. Without even blinking, she's like, you look like Shrek. The fuck did you just say to me? It's like, no, you remember in Shrek 2 where he like becomes a person? It's like, that's not any better. You're still an ogre. I'm pretty sure the one that hurt the most was that when I moved down here, all my comedian buddies, they wasted no time in telling me that I look like the alien from the original Men in Black movie. Yeah, y'all remember Edgar? The pesticide guy? It's like, dude, come on, do the impression, do the impression. It's like, oh, the fucker. More sugar. I fucking hate how well that joke does. You guys have been great. My name is John Dollar. Thank you so much. Let's hear it for your host,
Next comedian coming up does have a show